Ladies and gentlemen, now Final Boss Escanor has just arrived on Global, and we're going to be doing a walkthrough with the Red Merlin Archangels team. We also have the Red SR Tavern Elizabeth on the backline, because she's a really good healer for this fight. And because I'm on my whale account today, we're not going to be using any additional food, because again, we got a bit too much power. But if you need more damage, attack food is really good, more survivability, health food, or lifesteal food can be super valuable there. But yeah, we did a video yesterday covering 13 teams that can work really well for this fight. So this video is going to be focused on kind of breaking down the fight itself and kind of going through it a couple of times. But again, there's a lot to cover and a lot to be aware of when it does come to this Escanor. But one thing to initially note is Phase 1, he's essentially the green version of Escanor, and Phase 2, he's going to be the red version of Escanor. So in Phase 1 as well, he's going to buff himself up, but also when he reaches full ult gauge, he removes all debuffs and buffs on himself. So yeah, first turn, what we're going to do here, I think is just chuck out some damage cards, man. Just double Sariel card, and also go for a Merlin single target. You can also like freeze lock him turn 1, or sorry, Phase 1, but you want to save these up for Phase 2, because you don't really need to control him here. Because yeah, there's like not too much damage in Phase 1, and also in Phase 1 you do have the ability to tank his ultimates and survive, and this is made actually much easier with Tarmiel's what is it, stance damage reduction as well. So yeah, here I think we are going to go for this card. I think we'll go for a merger as well, and go for just a single target on Sariel. One thing we want to do as well is get very close to Sariel's ult as we push the phase. But also one thing to keep in mind is that as soon as you get Escanor to 30% in both of the phases, he becomes fully immune for 2 turns. So during this time, you actually can't ult drain him, and I think we're about to push him there very shortly. So yeah, I don't think actually we got the damage next turn. If we go for this play, I think we can. It's a little bit wasteful to a certain extent. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna like chuck off these 2 cards for now, because then like this should merge nicely. So on this turn, what he's going to do is he's got an AoE Smash card in this phase. And what the Smash card does in this phase is also rank down. So it's a different effect in the second phase, but this is the AoE Smash. So it gets around to, I think, on his 3rd turn. So it ranks down, but again, we got the nice merger there. And then we can just go into gold, which is really good. If we use the stance reduction, and then I think if we go for these 2 cards, we should push him to 30% there as well. So this is going to trigger the full immunity for 2 turns. So we're not going to be able to drain him after this. Should we go for the Sariel card? Yeah, might as well, I think. And then after this, we just need to like survive for another turn and a bit until the immunity goes away. And then we can push phase with Tarmiel's ult, get everybody topped up here. Check out Merlin's ult as well. And then we should be in a pretty good position. And again, because of the damage reduction stance here, also a gold card as well. Again, if you get bad RNG, sometimes this can really screw you over at this point. But yeah, we're just lining up so we can kill next turn. But gosh, there's nothing terribly eventful to dump here. Can also dump this freeze, I guess. Actually, I think we'll save the freeze for the final phase just because we can get some like more points off it, and also a bit of early mitigation as well. So yeah, the free, like, if we're super lucky with the freeze draw here, man. But the freeze is definitely much better to save up for the final phase. And again, depending on your Tarmiel ult level here, we could just push for like the Tarmiel ult, I think. I think we'll go for the safe play as well and go for this. Check out like a Sariel card as well, and then go for Merlin's ult. So yeah, I got 6/6 Tarmiel, bro. Even without attack food, I think this is going to be enough. But again, there would have been no drawback to you know, using Merlin's ult to also push the phase there as well. But Tarmiel's ult, again, is very good because it gets the entire team topped up. And then moving into the final phase, oh gosh, he's a bit of a pain. So that big AoE smash card, instead of ranking down, deals amplify damage, I think. So yeah, if you've got buffs on any characters, and this is something you need to be like very, very careful of. Oh, it's over rupture damage. So yeah, it's 10 times damage against buffed enemies. So yeah, he's going to use this once every few turns, and that's going to absolutely annihilate you. So just be like very, very careful of that. And also his ult in the final phase is going to one-shot as well. So here we need to hope, because he's the red version of Escanor in Phase 2, that he doesn't have too many drain cards, because even the bronze drain drains like 1 ult gauge. Silver is 2 and gold is 3. So yeah, he can drain you like crazy. But what we're looking to do in the final phase, because as soon as you enter it, you're actually ult locked for 2 turns. So the first 2 turns you actually can't use your ultimate move. So yeah, we need to stall out a couple of turns until we can get Sariel's ult off. So that's kind of the plan that we're going for here. I think maybe we remove this this anyway. I think we'll go for it. Like, the quicker you get this off for the first 3 turns, because again, that's the buff that Escanor has right at the start of any match, the red version, that increases like all his health related stats by 50%. So if you don't remove that quickly, then yeah, he's just going to be healing absolutely everything. So you can start chipping him down once you remove that. And again, there's a pretty good chance we're going to draw another freeze. But also removing buffs gives you additional points in this fight. So yeah, it can be quite nice and useful there. Again, we're going to get 1 ult gauge drained at this point. So I think let's go for... Oh, dude, we got another freeze, man. Okay, that's nice. It's really nice. So I think we'll get the damage reduction here, because he's got a gold card. If that's a golden drain, we could actually be in really, really big trouble here. So yeah, I think we go for the freeze as well. And then I'm just going to... I think move around this card on Sariel here, because I like the merger, especially if that is a golden drain. Because again, I'm going to need to get to Sariel's ult to have that game-winning play. Okay, so he's going to buff himself up. Okay, nice. Very, very happy that that was single target. And then he goes for his AoE smash here. Again, it's not too much damage as long as you don't have the buffs active. And again, if you got the stance as well, very, very useful. So if this right here is the... what is it, single target card, then we have a game-winning criteria next turn. So yeah, we need to hope, man. We need to pray. But fingers crossed. The really good thing is, you know, getting him at that threshold of like having him at ult and then being able to drain with Tarmiel is really nice, because it's always going to consume one of his turns there. So yeah, we got like a 50% chance to be able to win next turn. So let's go for it. Come on, man. Let's see what he goes for. Okay, so he's going to buff up and use 1 card here. Oh, no, he's got the drain, unfortunately. And again, even the bronze is going to drain your ult gauge. So yeah, it's slightly unfortunate. But next turn, though, again, he does use that buff at the start every single turn, so sometimes you just need to long out until you get like buff and then ultimate. Obviously you take away the ultimate with the drain, and then the smash card is not going to drain us, so that's absolutely perfect there. So yeah, one thing again to bear in mind about the final phase is he does have massive lifesteal below 50%, and also does have that immunity for the first phase, that if you get him to 30% or lower, he becomes fully immune for 2 turns and you can't drain him. And usually if you trigger this man, unless he's on like 0 ult gauge, you're pretty much dead there. And also he's going to remove debuffs from himself during the ally's turn. He ignores evasion phase 2. Again, has Red Escanor's thing at the start. So yeah, there's a lot going on with this Escanor in the second phase. But again, now we've got the game-winning play lined up. So we're going to go for Drain. Let's go for Stance Reduction. And then it doesn't really matter. We can actually get Merlin's ult as well, just for a bit of additional overkill here, in all fairness. So yeah, I really don't think we're going to need Merlin's ult factored into the play. Because again, the play next turn is then to Golden Freeze card, so we get the additional 200% damage bonus from shattering a Golden Freeze, and then just smashing in. So yeah, I actually don't think we want to use Merlin's ult here. If you had, what is it, like, lower gear, you could go for the risk, but I don't want to risk, like, triggering the, what is it, the immunity. So this should be absolutely fine here. So we go for a Sariel card, just maximize the damage, go for the golden freeze, and then we're going to fire off, Sariel's ult here. So yeah, we also remove all of those buffs, and yeah, not too bad, man. 500,000 just over. So as long as you've got like a really nicely built out Sariel, kind of that's like the easiest condition for like a very straightforward run on this Escanor. And there we go, we got 4,100 points. So this team, you can actually get a little bit higher. I got 4.5k on the Japanese version, but yeah, this isn't like the highest scoring sweaty team, but it's a really good team for just getting the fight done and getting it done very consistently. Alright, so we're going to run through the fight one more time. Again, if you are looking for alternate teams and setups, we do have a video guide on the channel that we did yesterday. I'll link it in the pinned comment for 13 teams and setups that can work. But again, both Sariel and Tamiel, hopefully you got them on the Archangel's banner that we had like a couple of months ago. But if not, both of the characters are currently on the Assault Mode Meliodas banner. So yeah, my advice is, again, if you don't have Archangels, dude, they are so incredibly good that they're definitely worth like taking the gamble on the AM Melee banner. Because yeah, Sariel's ridiculously OP, Tamiel's so good for control, both in PvP and also PvE as well. He's probably like the perfect unit for controlling Final Boss Escanor. And again, Sariel is really just the damage here. So again, phase 1, the damage like isn't too much, and again, we're getting some really nice healing from that Red Liz on the back. She's kind of like a low-key MVP when it does come to this fight. Just trying to think what we're going to go for here. I'm worried I'm getting like Sariel's ult a bit too quick. I think we go for it anyway, man. Like, nothing else really makes a lot of sense at this point. And if we can like push Escanor down a bit more, enter that threshold, and just like put up a nice stance, should be good. But again, sometimes you do need to long out the final phase a bit more if you don't get so lucky with the freeze draw, because we got super lucky in the initial part with the freeze draw. So yeah, I think here let's go for a merger. Let's drain, and then let's go for this, I think. And that should be enough to push the yeah, the immunity threshold. Perfect. So again, phase 1, I find it like often best, because again, you could get drained like crazy in phase 2. Just keep a hold of Sariel's ult. We could have used it a little bit sooner to push into the final phase, but it depends like how much of a rush you are into, you know, get into that final phase. And my advice would be to, you know, chill, take it a little bit slow, make sure you've got everything you need in hand. Or at least like a good amount of it. Like ideally you want to go into the final phase of like 2 or 3 Merlin freeze cards and Sariel already at ult. And ideally you want to push with Tamiel's ult as well. And again, we've got a moderately nice lineup to do that now. And just like throw off this drain card. We should be fine. Just to like 100% make sure that we got enough damage here. Let's have a little bit of a look. I think we should just about make it. Yeah, I think we are going to need to use this card for a bit of safety. But again, Tamiel's ult, fantastic. If I didn't have 6-6 Tamiel, again, you might need to, what was it? Have another turn or 2 in the first phase, depending on, like, the damage thresholds that you have. But, you know, you got to play around with your own characters and gear and figure out, like, you know, what you can and can't get away with in this fight. A little bit of practice to it, man. Like, the first time I did Final Boss Escanor, I got absolutely wrecked for ages. So if you're getting spanked by this, man, like, don't feel too bad. Okay, I need to draw a drain. Pretty quickly, man. Pretty quickly. I got, like, a couple of turns to do it. But again, this time, because I haven't got, like, super lucky on the freezes, we don't have one to, you know, confidently dump turn 1. Okay, that's nice. It's really if you have that like additional freeze that you want to use it on the first turn. And I think here, I mean that actually worked really well for the merger on Merlin. So yeah, I'm not too sad about that one. I think here we go for the merger here. Fire this off, and then we'll just go for, like, I think the cleave card as well. And there's no ultimate next turn. He's going to use a gold card. If it's a golden drain, we may be in a bit of trouble here. Again, sometimes he can roll you back like crazy, so he's going to go for his buff here. And again, the more buffs he has, the more he's going to be slapping. So, sometimes the freeze cards are nice to get rid of them, but you can still hold in there for a fair bit as well. And again, he's getting some crazy RNG, man, just like top decking gold card after gold card here. So yeah, he's going to be a bit psycho on this run, dude. But yeah, I think we just fully send the Sariel cards for now. Yeah, I think we want to use this. We just want to maximize the draw, because we can still maybe win next turn. If I get the right play. It depends like what gold card he has as well, and also what we draw. Because we're going to draw Sariel Zol. We haven't got a golden freeze. Also, if you do get him down low enough, and you can figure out like how much damage you're going to deal. Oh, dude, that's really, really unfortunate, man. Okay, that is not exactly what we wanted to see there. He's going to go for AoE Smash next, so let's go for this. Put up the stance, and I think, are we going to... Let's go for Sariel Cleave. I need to keep drawing cards. That's like really important here. Because I need to try and... I need to keep on top of my drains. I've got plenty of drains, to be fair. It's like the additional freeze I just need as my kind of like, you know, game-winning play. You can also, if you got Merlin built out quite nicely, like, you can use her ultimate to kill here. But again, this has been an incredibly lucky Escanor, dude. Okay, nice. We're back at Sariel's ult here. So yeah, we have the thing now of like, I need to hope that's a single target card and not a AoE drain. So the AoE drain is just gonna be annoying, dude. But this is where like Final Boss Escanor, like prime example of how he can just be a massive pain depending on the RNG. And again, this is like some of the luckiest he can get as well. Here, I think we still got the play to like push it with a silver card, maybe. It's a little bit risky. I think it should be fine. Just because my Sariel's like, he's probably decked out, man. So I think we shouldn't have a problem here. You can also like, I guess like there's no absolute need to, in all fairness, like go for the risk here. And he is like still a fair bit high. So yeah, I actually don't think it makes too much sense. Plus he's not draining next turn, so I've still got like one more turn that I can top deck a what is it? Additional freeze card. We can still like beat him down a little bit here. And again, nothing is going to hit quite as hard in the second phase, especially when he's got those buffs active as well. He might heal up a little bit here because he has a bit like move below. But again, we got so unlucky, dude. We just haven't got that additional freeze card. So yeah, here he might heal up a fair bit. He gets like the mega life steal, but to be fair, I think we got him so low that we should be fine to kill off silver now. And again, sometimes you'll go for these plays and they'll work, and sometimes they may backfire, but hopefully this is one of those times. Yeah, okay, we got the kill there, dude. But again, that was actually like quite an unfortunate run in terms of overall RNG. Like Escanor, he got really lucky. We got super unlucky with the freeze draw. So, you know, it is what it is, man. You've kind of got to make the most and adapt to every single try against this dude. But yeah, hopefully this video walkthrough helps you defeat Final Boss Escanor. And if it did, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. But aside from that, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.
You are not subscribed to the whale sin of spending? Who decided that? Subscribe now, or enjoy the bitter taste of regret.